Hey everybody, how are you? 2019 Craftsman Snowblower startup. If you've been watching my channel religiously, you might have noticed that I did not turn this over or make a video last year. In fact, there was not enough snow to actually even use this product. It was turned over, it was started, gas was put in, and it was placed in the shed, ready to go down the stairs, make a path, and go out the gate and do its job. Where I live, there was not enough snow to throw. So what we have here is a Craftsman Snowblower, 24-inch, clear wide electric start. Craftsman, there will be video and such, stay tuned. Walk around, it's in pretty decent shape. Unfortunately, I do not remember how old it is. 2, 3, 4? 4 years at least. It's got an electric start, a starter, oil, gas, exhaust. Here's the auger on the left, drive control on the right. 6 front speeds, 2 rear end speeds, and then the spinner for the snow thrower. All right, so let's get down here. There's a primer. There's your key. And you can take it out if you're storing it in other places or, wherever, if you choose not to have it stolen. And here's your throttle, stop, turtle, all the way up to rabbit. And then here's your choke, fully open, and run, da-da-da-da-da. Here's something down there, make and model, serial, excuse me. You got your rubbers, always put a tire gauge on there, check the sidewall, see how high they could go, drop it down maybe 3 to 5 psi, depending on but we're going to check that, see that? I'm getting a little rubbery, so we're going to put a tire gauge on that. We're going to check the sidewall, and we might have to fill them up. My front skids are plastic, and then there's a snow removal tool. So that's about it. So what you want to do, if you haven't ran this already, is just pull. Just pull. What you're doing is when you're pulling, you're turning everything over. The piston is going like everything's turning over. Don't yank it. Just pull it. See that? There we go. 3 times. That's one more time. There we go. See what that's doing? That's allowing me, the owner of this machine, knowing that in the motor and or the engine, there's nothing seized up or bound, and it's turning freely, or the piston. Next, what you want to do is double check your oil, which I had off camera, but you pick it up, and there's the high, there's the low. I think that's perfect. There's another, that's more than enough. You do not have to wipe it off if you don't choose to. And then make sure you securely put that on. If you read the manual, they say after a certain amount of hours you can change it. But according to me, and it still looks honey brown. See? So we're gonna just keep it for another year. And, that's it. So what we'll do now is we'll undo the gas cap, bone dry. There's nothing in there. We'll clean this off with a rag, and we'll be right back. Okay, we put just enough fuel in it, maybe a 1/2 inch to 1 inch, just to get it going. Put the cap back on. Oil is good, cap is good. So I got some flack last year, 2 years ago. I got a comment, I don't even know. He said, why are you turning it over on rabbit? I said, I didn't really say anything. He goes, that's like turning an engine on at like full RPMs. I said, to myself, I'm like, oh, maybe you're right. So what we're going to do this year is we're going to turn the choke on. Okay, ready? Fuel is in. Oil cap is closed. Choke, as wonky as that sounds, choke is on. Run. We're going to put it on the just after the stop. Just after, like right here. Okay, turtle. It says prime. Ignition, right here. 3 times. 1, 2, 3. You might need more because it's the winter and it's cold today. And then you come over, whatever side you are, lefty or righty. You could put your foot here if you want. Or you could just see if the machine will turn over by itself. See, I'm pulling it too loose. Ready? Wow. You know, that is pretty funny. Huh. Well, I'm gonna reach out to that guy. He's absolutely correct. Listen to this thing purr. Now I'm just gonna ramp it up to rabbit, just so you can hear the difference right away. See, it crapped out because there was too much gas, too much choke. So let's do that again. All right, let's shut the choke off, turn it to rabbit. Kind of ratchety, right? Everything's rattling. These are extra shear pins. If you haven't noticed, sometimes people say, what the fuck is this? Shear pins. They go right here. Right there. What happens is, if this thing gets bound up, if it's a pebble or a rock, those are made to break. But the problem is, people forget that they give you a couple of these from the factory. So we're gonna ramp this down. That's pretty funny. Look at that smoothness. I gotta read the book, just because. I wonder if you're supposed to run everything on, you know, closed choke and rabbit. But this is running great. This is running great. There's the auger. I'll try to get a better shot in a minute. And then if I turn my hand, we're moving. And not for nothing, it says right here. Tells you how to start it. Hope this thing's not broken. This is like really smooth. See, that's loud. It's not that warm yet. Shut the choke off. Oh yeah, primed a little bit more fuel in it. Alright, so I gotta read the instructions again, but I think underneath full power with the auger, I think it's supposed to be full chooch. This is almost like a car, where you're letting it warm up for like 5-10 minutes. And then the ultimate goal is to have full rabbit, full throttle, and no choke. But this thing is just humming. So I just read this. It actually tells you to move the throttle control to fast when starting. That's very odd. This thing is just cruising. So we'll slowly move it to fast. We'll shut the choke. Nope, it's not that ready yet. This is what it wants to do at full optimum. Optism conditions. Optism conditions. Alright, I'm going to show you the movement and some of the auger. This is the startup of my 24-inch Craftsman Snowblower. You can shut it off any way you want. It's been running quite some time, not to mention the video is 12 minutes long. It was definitely running before and after and during. And that's it. I'm going to check the tire pressure off camera. You could do a couple of things if you want. You could hit this to stop. Boom, it shuts off. If you feel like you don't want to do that, you could pull the key. The key will also shut that off. Or you could choke it out. You know, leave it on run, but then figure out what choke, open or close, will stall it out. That's about it. So hopefully we'll get some use out of this. Clean up the backyard, put the stuff back in the shed, turn it on, reverse, back it up the stairs, and leave it right there ready to chooch. Thanks for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you during the winter. Take it easy.